Caitlin Clark shares hilarious video of Fever teammate Sydney Colson, celebrating her birthday in style. The Indiana Fever's chemistry is reaching new heights just when they need it most. While Caitlin Clark remains sidelined, her teammates continue building the confidence that has them positioned as serious playoff contenders. That bond was on full display yesterday, when the squad surprised veteran leader Sydney Colson with a birthday celebration that had everyone laughing, singing, and showing exactly why this team feels different than before. How did the Indiana Fever squad surprise Sydney Colson? As Colson turned 36, her Fever teammates orchestrated quite the surprise. With the team preparing to face the Phoenix Mercury on the road, they wrapped up a practice session at PHX Arena yesterday, when Colson received an unexpected singing telegram courtesy of the entire squad. The professional singer delivered Journey's classic, "Don't Stop Believin'," while Colson and her teammates sang along enthusiastically. Clark, meanwhile, shared her confusion through her Instagram story, noting she was unsure what was happening, as she wished her veteran teammate a happy birthday. Clark's bewildered reaction likely stemmed from the song choice itself. The Des Moines native isn't particularly fond of rock music, instead favoring country artists and calling Luke Combs her favorite artist of all time. The celebration continued with the traditional birthday song, during which Clark playfully tried to slap a balloon out of Colson's hands, drawing laughs from the entire group. What does this team chemistry mean for Indiana's playoff push? These moments of genuine connection reflect something deeper happening with the Fever. The major roster overhaul from the offseason is clearly paying dividends now, as players have found their rhythm both on and off the court. With team morale soaring and their recent form backing up the confidence, Indiana appears perfectly positioned for a strong playoff push. However, the path won't be easy. While the Minnesota Lynx have created some separation at the top of the standings, a tight cluster of teams is battling for position directly behind them. The defending champion New York Liberty currently holds second place with 19 wins, but the Atlanta Dream and Phoenix Mercury sit just one win behind. For the fifth-place Fever, every game matters. The Seattle Storm and Las Vegas Aces trail Indiana by just one win, meaning any slip could prove costly during the regular season's final month. That pressure would typically create anxiety, but this Fever team seems to thrive when the stakes are highest. The 2025 WNBA campaign has delivered exactly the competitive drama fans hoped for. While that creates stress for Fever supporters, neutrals couldn't ask for a more compelling playoff race. With Clark's return still pending and the team's chemistry continuing to strengthen, Indiana's timing might be perfect for making noise when it matters most. It was just another routine morning in the Indiana Fever locker room. Well, until Sydney Colson decided to remind everyone that birthdays are not just days on a calendar, but personal holidays that demand glitter, glamour, and possibly a feather boa. Caitlin Clark, the star rookie whose three-pointers have become the stuff of legend, thought she was walking into a pre-practice film session. Instead, she walked into what could only be described as Sydney's surprise spectacular birthday extravaganza, complete with disco lights, a Bluetooth speaker blaring Beyoncé, and Sydney Colson herself strutting through the hallway like it was the Met Gala red carpet. Naturally, Caitlin did what any Gen Z icon would do. She pulled out her phone and hit record. The video, which she later posted to her Instagram stories with the caption, "This woman is unreal face with tears of joy party popper," instantly went viral. It begins with Caitlin trying to sip her coffee before nearly spitting it out as Sydney twirls past her, wearing oversized sunglasses, a sequined birthday queen sash, and carrying a glittery microphone that was most definitely not plugged into anything. "What is happening right now?" Caitlin can be heard asking, barely containing her laughter. "This is not just a birthday, it's a birthday," Sydney proclaims, striking a dramatic pose in front of the team's whiteboard. "I've declared today a no-drills zone. Only vibes." From there, the footage cuts to various teammates cracking up while Sydney leads them in what appeared to be a choreographed dance to "Crazy in Love." Caitlin's attempt at the dance was more like mildly confused in love, but she gave it her all. The internet reacts. Within hours, the clip had been shared by ESPN, Bleacher Report, and several WNBA fan pages, with hashtags like #ColsonBirthdayTakeover and #FeverFabulous trending on X, formerly Twitter. One fan commented, "Sydney Colson is the party. Caitlin Clark is the documentary crew." Another wrote, "I would watch an entire sitcom starring these two." Caitlin later followed up with a longer post on Threads. Shout out to @SidJColson for making 8 a.m. on a Tuesday feel like New Year's Eve. Never a dull moment when you've got the birthday queen on your team. I haven't laughed that hard in months. Face with tears of joy, birthday cake crown. Behind the glitter, a teammate's touch. While the video was undeniably hilarious, what it also revealed was something deeper. The unique bond forming within the Fever locker room. In a league where pressure and competition are intense, moments of pure joy can be rare. But not with Sydney Colson around. Sydney, a veteran known as much for her comedic timing as her defensive skills, has always brought levity to the teams she's played for. And for Caitlin Clark, navigating her first year in the pros under an enormous spotlight, that levity has been a gift. "I think every rookie needs a Sydney," Caitlin said in a later interview. "She keeps things real. She keeps things funny. And she reminds us not to take ourselves too seriously." That sentiment was echoed by head coach Christy Sides, who reportedly walked into the locker room mid-celebration, shook her head, and said, "I should have known. It's Colson's birthday. Cancel practice. Let's all go dance." For the record, practice was not actually cancelled, but warm-ups were definitely more fun that day. The birthday queen speaks. Sydney herself, never one to miss a beat, shared her own thoughts on the now legendary video during a post-practice media session. "I simply believe in celebrating myself with the energy I deserve," she said, adjusting her sash. "People wait until they retire to have fun. I say, bring the fun now. And if Caitlin Clark wants to record it and post it to millions, I'm just saying, hire me, Netflix." When asked if this would become a yearly tradition, Sydney responded, "Absolutely. And next year? I'm bringing a fog machine." More than a laugh. Amid the hilarity, something subtle but powerful was happening. The Fever, a team on the rise, was showing the world what chemistry looks like, not just on the court but off it too. Clark, the reserved sharpshooter with a massive fanbase, and Colson, the flamboyant vet with a flair for drama, seem like polar opposites on paper. But in reality, they're part of a growing culture in Indiana that values connection as much as competition. "We're building something here," Caitlin said in a recent interview. "We're learning each other's rhythms, on and off the court. And when you're laughing together, when you're dancing together, it makes the game feel lighter, even when the stakes are high."